Forklift Safety Tips, brought to you by Atlantic Training. Because forklifts are such a heavy piece of industrial equipment, it comes as no surprise that they can harness safety hazards if not operated or maintained correctly. Use the following safety tips to keep yourself safe while working with or around forklifts. Before each shift, examine forklifts for safety purposes. Avoid operating a vehicle that requires maintenance or repair, which should be provided by the respective qualified experts. Inform the shift supervisor of any identified issues, problems, questions, or concerns. Forklifts operate uniquely. Since they steer from the rear, the back of the vehicle needs a wide sweep to turn. Never leave an operating forklift unattended. In fact, leaving keys in an unattended forklift, or thus leaving on the ignition of this vehicle, is illegal and has dire consequences as a safety hazard. Know and never exceed the lifting capacity of the forklift. Forklifts must follow designated roadways at the worksite. Worksite rules and regulations must be adhered to. Keep hands and feet away from the cross members of the mast. Should the mast be lowered and catch your hand, you'll suffer from serious injury. Forklifts need to be refueled, after, of course, they've been turned off, at designated and well-ventilated locations. Forklifts which are not in use should be carefully parked, with the parking brake applied. Avoid hazards on the floor, slippery or unstable surfaces, bumps, holes, etc. Driving over small, scattered hazards like shards of wood may make the load shift and topple, or knock you out of place and out of control. Direct your forklift forward when driving up ramps, but go downhill in reverse. Don't unload or load on the ramp. Alert others of your coming with a horn or your voice. Keep a safe distance from people and from other trucks. Stop only when you have enough space to pause safely. Note any changes to your operating environment. Ensure that you are in complete control of the vehicle. Stay in the operator's seat and keep your body within the frame of the vehicle at all times. Never allow unauthorized people to drive or otherwise operate the forklift. Stick to the appropriate dress code. Mandatory safety gear, high visibility jacket, sturdy foot gear, hard hats, and tight clothing that can't be caught in gears or controls. Never operate with wet or greasy hands or shoes. You could easily slide or slip and cause an accident. Remember to inspect the forklift daily before every shift. Never operate a forklift with issues or in need of repairs. Forklift operators must be trained, examined, and certified. Secure and stabilize loads, drive carefully and slowly, and ensure visibility. If you're driving, always keep an eye out for other people around you, especially those on foot. Avoid fast moves. Always drive, stop, turn, and lift or lower the fork slowly and as smoothly as possible. Sudden turns can toss off a load or even the entire forklift off balance, which make it a much greater hazard for the operator and especially the surrounding people. Be especially careful when navigating ramps, inclines, and grades. Always check carefully before turning or backing up the vehicle. Keep in mind that people may be walking or standing on one of your blind sides, behind the vehicle, or obstructed by other obstacles. No one should be allowed to stand or walk beneath or upon the forks, whether they're emptied or loaded. Most accidents with forklifts occur by plummeting loads which crush the person below. Place loads back by the mast, where they'll balance more stably. Never place loads at the front of the forks. Never load trucks beyond approved capacity. Always travel with the forks positioned as low as possible for increased stability and protection. Never travel with forks that are elevated and/or tilted forward. Ensure that the load is stable or strapped in place before moving the vehicle. The load must be balanced on both forks. Avoid decaying, warped, or otherwise damaged skids and pallets. When stocking, be vigilant for slipping, unstable, or toppling loads. Have a good view of and easy access to the rack or location where you must position your load. If your load obstructs your view, operate the forklift in reverse to improve visibility and operation control. If visibility remains obstructed, enlist the help of a lookout or helper to guide you between obstacles and people. Following these safety tips will help reduce and prevent accidents and injuries associated with forklifts. Stay safe out there!